Okay, today we're gonna bust 3 dental marketing myths that are costing you money. Stay tuned. Okay, Dan Brown here. I am the Senior Service Consultant of MGE Management Experts, and I'm also kind of the resident marketing specialist for the group. We're gonna talk about a few myths that we're gonna bust today, and these myths may be costing you money. So let's start out with the first one. First, I don't need to market. I've never marketed, I don't need to market, and I'm good. Well, so good for you if that's true. But I want you to think about one thing. Marketing is an advancing, evolving subject. And what you might have done 5, 10, 15, or 20 years ago, and that was more than enough, well, that might not be enough today. You see, the consumer today is changing. You either change with that consumer or you get left behind. So I want you to take a look at that. What was viable? What was profitable? What was acceptable in the past as far as how much you made from a collections perspective, how many new patients you got, and take a look at that today. Are you kind of about the same numbers? Are you kind of doing around 20, 30 new patients a month? And that's kind of what you've always done? Well, that might not be enough. And you would know because that's going to be reflected in your paycheck, but other places too. Are you able to get the supplies you need? Are you able to do the bonuses for your team that you should be doing? Are you able to give them raises and take care of them in other ways? So if you're finding that you are limited in those regards, well, that comes down to the bottom dollar. The bottom dollar is affected by a lot of things, but one of those things is enough new patients. So I want you to think about that. I don't need marketing. Well, that might have been the case in the past. That's certainly not the case now. And coming in the future, you're going to see, because you probably see it already, so many of these other dentists around you are marketing. You're seeing them everywhere when you search dentist near me. Where do you stand on that? So dental myth number 1, I don't need marketing, gone. Okay, dental myth number 2 with regards to marketing. If I only do SEO, that should be enough. Or if I only do Google Ads, that should be enough. Or, and this one I hear a lot, if I only use my referrals, that'll be enough. What are we going to explore on this one? Well, here's the thing. One single marketing channel is not something you ever want to rely on because something might go wrong with that one single channel. For example, referrals are great until they're not. All of a sudden, referrals dry up. And every marketing channel goes through cycles. You'll be doing a Google Ads campaign. It'll be going great. And then a month or two, it's just dead. And you alert your marketing team and they're all over it and they're doing everything they're supposed to do. But for whatever reason, that marketing channel for that month or that period of months has gone dead. Because you are relying on a single marketing channel, you are therefore subject to the vagaries of that channel. If you have multiple marketing channels, well, one can be down, but another one's kicking, or 2 are kicking. And then that one kicks back in, and now one or both of the others fall. The idea here is never to be dependent upon just one channel. That said, you might be in a position, oh my gosh, I really don't even do marketing. And do I start 7 channels at once? Definitely do not do that. Add a channel, get it grooved in, get it stable. Once it's stable, add the next channel, so on and so forth. So now if you do need help on this and you don't know which way to go and which one to add and what should I expect from each of these channels and how long should I give it? Well, we covered that at the New Patient Workshop. And the MGE New Patient Workshop is a 2-day online workshop. Relatively inexpensive. And guess what? We give a money back guarantee for up to 6 months after you do the workshop. So if you feel like, I just didn't get enough out of it, well, you're going to get your money back. So you really have little to lose, almost nothing to lose, but everything to gain. We'll put a link down below so that you can check out information on that. But we really covered this subject in detail there. So that is marketing myth number 2. I only need one channel. Myth busted. Okay, and this is the 3rd marketing myth. All we need to do is sign up for a bunch of insurances and we'll be fine. Oh my goodness. Well, there might have been a time in the past where that was true. And that might be still true for you today. And if you have managed to make your dental practice a profitable, well-run facility, and you're predominantly in PPOs in network, and of course this doesn't necessarily apply to those of you in Canada. It's kind of different up there, isn't it? But here in the United States, if you are signed up for a bunch of PPOs, which is kind of what you learn to do, right? Kind of come out of school and sign up for all the PPOs so you get a bunch of patients. Well, the reason why that isn't workable today, if it ever was, is that you are taking a massive marketing cost hit for every new patient you get from those patients that are in network. Now, for those of you that are, dental team members, maybe you're not the owner, you're not involved in this, what happens? Well, let's just say that your cash crown fee is about $1,500. Okay? Maybe it's a little bit more, maybe it's a little bit less, whatever it is for you. Well, what is a certain insurance provider going to pay you out for that crown fee if you are dealing with an in-network patient? Well, it could be $1,250. And if it was $1,250, well, your marketing costs is the differential between the $1,250 payout you get and the $1,500 cash fee. So in this case, that'd be a $250 marketing cost, meaning that's what it costs to get that patient in. But what if the patient needs 4 crowns? Well, what did that just cost you for what we call an acquisition fee, that marketing acquisition fee? Well, it's just gone from $250 to click, 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 $1,000. 4 crowns, $250 each. And that's a great payout, as many of us know. That's a great payout, $1,250 for a $1,500 crown. Well, what's a more typical scenario? More typical scenario is your cash fee is about $1,500. And what are you getting paid by the insurance? Well, $900, $800, $700, $600. And we have heard I just heard this last week. We get paid out about $400. Okay, now just take whatever that differential is and multiply it for this patient, say 4 crowns. Now you understand what the acquisition fee is for that patient. And that's forevermore thereafter. What do I mean by that? Well, let's think about it. You pay an acquisition fee. That's your marketing cost to acquire a patient. Say you do a Google Ads campaign and you average the number of patients you get from that Google Ads strategy. Divide that, by the number of patients you got, the total cost of the strategy divided by the number of patients you got from it that month. That's your acquisition costs. It's not untypical to find a $200 to $500 to, and even in some place like New York, $800 to get a new patient from a strategy like that. Scary, right? Except once you've acquired them and you successfully retain them, you have them for life. You paid once, but not with an insurance. With an insurance, you pay every single time they come back. I'm not trying to convince you into being out of network if you really enjoy being in network and that's your business model. No, we're not anti-insurance here at MGE. But I want you to look at the business model itself and understand why it might be flawed and why you might be hurting from a profitability perspective. And again, that's one reason why you want to learn about external marketing channels so that you're not solely relying on that single channel, being, in this case, insurance. And let me just say this. If you're in a position where you don't want to be so held in confinement by being in a bunch of PPOs and in-network, listen, we do a whole free analysis to look at all of your insurances, give recommendations and such. We'll go ahead and put a link down below so you have that too. Our team will take a look at what you got going on. We'll give you some advice and direction and tell you exactly what we have done with, thousands of clients who wanted to transition from an insurance-based practice more towards a fee-for-service practice. So in any event, myth number 3, you only need to be in network. Well, that myth is busted. Okay, so there's 3 different myths that have been busted. I hope that tip helps. If you enjoyed this, got something out of it, go ahead and leave a comment down there. But what we do want you to do is, you can go ahead and hit the like button if you want, but hit the subscribe button and enable all notifications. That just makes sure that you're getting all this valuable data for free forevermore. Hope that helps. We'll see you on the next one.